Our sport is very important because it is our national sport for Mexico, and a lot of people, and especially a lot of Mexicans, don't even know that charreria is our national sport. This is the more elegant side, I would say, about our past, but like the vaqueros and the ranchers, this all came from charreria.
We so proud to showcase this, and anywhere we go, we like to share with everybody the cultural roots, where we came from.
We're a team, we help each other out. It's complicated, it's difficult. People that do this really have the heart for it.
Charreria is Mexican rodeo, and it's the country's national sport. It's an ancient Mexican art of horse handling and is an integrated part of Mexican tradition. The charros, the male counterparts, are skilled horsemen who carry on early Mexican traditions of roping and handling cattle and horses. The charro competes in a series of 9 events held in the Charra Arena, which is a Mexican equivalent of a rodeo. Escaranuza is the main sport for women to compete. The women are dressed in the style reminiscent of the 19th century and rides in precision choreographed patterns while being side saddled. All the maneuvers focus on handling and controlling the animals. This sport requires perfect cohesion between the rider and the horse. Escaramuza is a family sport and is passed down through generations. Charreria is also generational family tradition. Children are introduced to charreria at age 2 and 3, and many charros spend decades in the ring. Meet Juan Piña, who helped elevate the sport with his brother.
We live in LA for a few years. Then back in 2007, we moved to Iowa. And there was nothing of this in Iowa. My brother moved in '05, he's kind of started it. And then I moved in '07, so we both worked together to make all this happen. And now we have about, I think, 7, 8 teams of guys, charros, and 4 teams of the girls, escaramuzas.
I am second generation of charreria in my family. My dad's paternal side started charreria with my grandmother's brothers in La Laguna del Carretero in Zacatecas. They started charreria within our family, and then a few of the children followed through.
Alejandra started her own group of escaramuzas in Iowa, where she is training the younger generations of escaramuzas.
My littles right now, they're 14. They've been riding since they were 11. Their dads ride, so it's kind of like a father-daughter bond that they have that's helped them be good riders, because they have their dads that are pushing them to the limit. So once they get to the team, they're ready to go. And then we have some girls who may be the first people in their family to do charreria. So they kind of have to rely on themselves a little bit more. We do a lot of horsemanship work. That's where Ana Garcia comes in, our assistant coach. She helps us out a lot with that. Perla Murillo is our team manager. She comes in and helps us with all the details, getting our equipment ready, making sure we're up to gear. You can't do an escaramuza team without having a coach.
The sport is spreading throughout the central Midwest, and you can now see competitions in cities like Chicago, the Twin Cities, and St. Louis. Similar to when you attend Native American powwows that are open to the public or clogging competitions at Scandinavian festivals, you'll see the same moves and hear the same basic commands that have been passed down through the years.
Abro, entro, punto, tablas. So all of our cues are communicating. So when we say entro, it's like we're coming in, 1, 2, 3, like when you make that count, it's like you have to be at the same count as your partner or your group that's doing the exercise. And if you're not, obviously you're gonna be late, you're early, because the whole point of escaramuza when we do our routine is to be as close as perfection as we can be. So being in sync is very important.
Learning how to ride isn't the only thing the women need to worry about. The wardrobe also plays a part of the escaramuza tradition.
With the escaramuza sport, we have 3 different outfits we can wear. You have your hair bow, and you have a scarf that you tie around your waist. These scarves are made in Mexico, so it just depends how much the peso is. I was telling Kayla right now that it cost me like $70 for one, because the peso and the dollar are not very high. These have to iron them and wash them by hand and comb these out and use detangler spray to take care of them. Traje de China Poblana. I got coronated in this skirt. These trajes, the águila, the eagle that represents Mexico, always has to be in the front. So for the coronation, we have the eagle in the front. And since I am the Mexican rodeo queen of Charreria in the state of Iowa, I have Perry Rose flowers on my skirt. That's the state flower. And piñas is my vest. We have a lot of accessories. This embodies a lot of our religion. Most of the Charreria community is Catholic. We have a lot of saints, a lot of La Virgen de Guadalupe, our attire. You have a charm that goes here on your neckline, one that is on your rebozo. So this is the Virgen de Guadalupe. The one that goes on your rebozo could be a San Judas. Where my family's from Zacatecas, from Villanueva, San Judas is a very common saint that everybody looks towards. I also like having San Benito. San Benito is good for protection. So this type of charm would either go on your left shoulder or in your hair bow. These are all made from artisans in Mexico, Mexico City, Aguascalientes, Guadalajara.
Just like the women, the male counterparts also have certain clothes and accessories.
He always uses the same sastre, the same tailor that makes these customized. Been using him for years in Mexico City. For the blue one, we call this the greca. This is more simple, but he went all out on the pants. As we can see on the seams here on the side, he has those specialized buttons. They would wear under it like the dress shirt, but the camisola. So a very different design. You have the logo on the back. He has his team this year, so this one's his team shirt. And again, the fabric's very important. Like, this is a very flexible, kind of like, I want to say not Under Armour, but more breathable, because you know it's Iowa heat. A little bit more thicker, and this one's a little bit thinner fabric. This is the best fabric that we had, so he had one done too. So he could match with us. So again, these are all customized, handmade. His designer does not repeat outfits.
The community of Fairfield, Iowa got a chance to see the Escaramuzas in action, getting a small taste of this Mexican tradition that is expanding in the Midwest.
We are still the minority, and we just try to uplift our culture and uplift our Mexican roots. We are very small here in the state of Iowa, but we don't let that get to us. This sport is specifically a very family-oriented sport, and not a lot of sports are like that. I could compete with my mom, and I could later on down the line I could compete with my daughter. So that's what makes this sport so beautiful. And to be in something that is so family-oriented, it's just like in American culture where people love seeing football and then how they pass the ball. It's like that is a stamp like in people's memory, and my memory is my dad teaching me how to write. Charreria is our national sport. But it's important to know and to continue our culture. And same thing when people just come out to these events. They learn a little bit, but it piques their interest so much that they'll keep up with it. And then maybe they'll go to the morning, go to our state competitions, or maybe they'll be able to fundraise us. I feel like everything in life is about the people you meet and your connections. It's not necessarily what you have learned like pen and paper. It's about how well you can connect with people.
11, 12, 13. 14. Thank I love to see people get interested in this. All the time there's people wanted to come and hey, talk to us, hey, you know, where my daughter like this, my son like this, where can we, you know, can he get started with this? When I hear that, it's like music for my ears, because that means we're doing something right, you know, and I like to see those kids, new generations interested in this.
Join the sport. We actually have Rachel, and she started out in drill team. When she saw us, she also fell in love with the sport because we also ride side saddle, but we also have these beautiful dresses that talk about, basically you could see our traditions just walking past anything we do anytime we're wearing our attire.